Hi everyone, this is Bernard Bertrand, photographer, director and Lumix ambassador. Today I'm going to talk about this video test I recently did. It is HD only. I will tell you more about that in a bit. And as always on my channel, I will give you all the details about it. The settings on the camera, the post-production process, the export settings I did to get that crispy image result on social media. So let's get a quick look to those images.
I'm not stopping. I'm going hunting. I'm the hunter. Bring back the good, but I don't know when, and don't know when.
So as I mentioned, this is a test I did. I was actually testing different photo style, and I'm really used to shoot vlog most of the time when on the S1 or S1H. But I also love the standard photo style when I do not need much color grading. It is a ready-to-use profile. But if you are following me here on my channel, you know that I like to step into a creative version of my color grading. That really is a part of my creative process, in fact. So as I said, I did shot this to test some different photo style. And those images have been shot finally using standard photo style. With a little tweak, I did set the contrast to -5 and the saturation to -2. And I was shooting with the 70-200 f4 zoom lens from Lumix. And how I did get those super tight close-up. I was ultra tight on her, almost macro, and the image quality is just amazing, as you've seen. And I'm now really used to export still images from my footages in order to use them here and there, my website, Instagram, Facebook, and the image quality of those still images export is always amazing. But there, on those tight close-up, it is insane. So back to the technical part of it. Well, as I mentioned, I was using the 70-200mm f4 on the S1H. And you all know by now that we are extremely happy to shoot full frame with the S1 camera lineup. But you also can go into the menu and go choose to use a different recording area. And this is exactly what I did. At the very beginning, when I had the Lumix S1 in my hand, I was asking myself about it. I was so happy to shoot full frame. Why would I choose deliberately to crop into it and to choose to shoot Super 35 or pixel to pixel mode, and that pixel to pixel will crop into it even more? And I understood really quickly why I would when I was actually testing the 85 cine lens from Xin that I did mount on my S1 at that time with the MC21 adapter. I wanted to shoot super tight close-up on my model, but the minimal focus distance on that Xin cine lens was somewhere around 1.20 meters or something like that. And at that distance from my model, the tighter frame I could get was actually her face and shoulders. So much more wider than that tight face close-up I had in mind. So then I remembered about this area crop available, and I did use both the S35 and the pixel to pixel crop to punch in big time. So without changing anything or without any image quality loss, I was then able to virtually change my focal length in a way. Pretty useful indeed. And this is exactly what I did here again. And if I put the SD card back into the S1H, I will be able to read all the metadata of any single clip I previously shot. You see, I was shooting MOV HD 4208-bit, in this case at 50p, and using a pixel-to-pixel crop. And if I step further into those info that I get there, you will see I was on a standard profile. I was shooting AFC, and many of you already asked me if I did use the autofocus on those shots. Yes, I did, but not on the face recognition in this case, but on the 225 IF mode. And of course, handheld like I do the very most of the time. You already know it if you are following me on YouTube. So I was indeed taking advantages of the dual image stabilization there. And as I also said, I did set some adjustment to my standard profile, -5 on contrast, -2 on the saturation. And as I said, I was shooting with the Lumix 70-200 f4 set on 200mm. Here it says 198mm. But using the pixel-to-pixel crop, it turns it into a 645mm. This is crazy. And this is the way I did get that result.
Stopping. I'm going hunting. I'm the hunter.
And personally, I love it. And I will for sure shoot more and more beauty shots like this. When I saw the result on a big screen, I was speechless. So now let's step into the quick menu there on the camera. If there is one button I love before any others on the S1 or S1H, this is the one, the quick menu button. As it said, it is the quick menu, a shortcut to your settings. And as on any Lumix camera from ages, you can set it up your way. In my case, you'll see that I did set the custom recording area on the bottom right of that menu. I can step into it, and depending on the actual recording quality I did choose, on the top right of the quick menu, I'm able to shoot full frame, Super 35, or that super tight pixel to pixel. So what is that pixel to pixel mode after all? As it said, it is a pixel to pixel area crop. It will get every pixel to pixel to produce the final image, based on the recording quality you have chosen. When on HD, it will get every pixel in the center of the sensor to produce your 1920 on 1080. As this is a 6K capable sensor, it is way bigger than that, obviously. It will cut the HD format pixel to pixel into that huge sensor, and you'll end up with the super tight crop, with a totally crazy image quality on your HD, as the pixel to pixel literally works on delivery a pixel to pixel image. When set on the 4K resolution, the crop will be less significant, obviously, as you are asking there to produce a bigger image that is still smaller than the sensor size. So this is it, there's no magic. It is just an idea of using the right setting as the right tool for the result you want to get. And this is how I did turn my 200mm zoom lens into a crazy 645mm to go get those super tight shots. And by the way, as I said, on any Lumix camera, you are able to set any button or the menu the exact way you want. And let me quickly show how I did set my quick menu this way. Simply go into the second tab, then into the third sub-tab here, into the operation menu, and select the Q menu. There you go to video and find the image area of video, and you are good to go. And of course, this is the way you may change and configure everything into the quick menu. And now a quick word about my light on this shoot. I have been using a big softbox with a grid. That was a 150 watts LED light from Godox with a grid, and a small strip light on the bottom that we call a catch light. This is exactly what I'm using here that bring this highlight in my eyes. That light will clean up the shadows and bring that brightness into the eyes. But make sure to balance your bottom light somewhere around 1 or 2 stops lower than your main light on the top. My own personal equipment on video is Dedolight, the LED light that I'm using all the time, and I'm using it for years now. Dedolight is a professional equipment, extremely good quality equipment made to last forever. But as many pro equipment, it is not really cheap. It's not a problem if you are a professional, but when you start and that you are on a budget, then you may want a cheaper solution. And those Godox are pretty good. So just get the equipment that fits your needs and budget. You will always be able to upgrade as you progress with time. Now a word about my color grading process. I never ever been a huge fan of using LUTs. I always prefer to step into the color grading process myself, no matter if it is with Lumetri into Premiere Pro or into DaVinci Resolve if I need more serious grading work. But since I discovered Lutify Me, it is an online LUT app, I do use it more and more, and I will make sure I will produce a video about it soon. It is fantastic. You just need to export a screenshot, and I do by exporting a TIFF file from my Premiere Pro window. Then I import that screenshot into Lutify Me, and then I can apply a conversion LUT at first in order to bring more contrast, for instance, into a log image if I've been shooting log. And then I can browse in between so many high quality LUTs there. Remember that in this specific case, I've been shooting standard profile, so no need to conversion LUT. In this case, I had enough contrast already, so I just did spend some time to find the exact look I wanted to the final result. And the really cool thing is that I can do this process in a question of minutes. And then I'm able to export that LUT that I did create from my screenshot, and I can then import it and apply it into Premiere Pro or Resolve. But not only. Into Resolve, I will be able to right-click and export a VLT LUT that I can now then copy it into my SD card and upload it to my S1 or S1H, if I'm shooting vlog, of course. And in terms of exporting, I did set a portrait format to export it to my Instagram account. And I'm there on 3050i over 1050. Square pixel, of course, progressive scan there too. Then for the export on Instagram, it is H.264. Make sure to select the render at maximum depth there. I did set the export bitrate to 8 Mbps on a constant bitrate, more than enough for Instagram. Then again, select the use maximum render quality and export it. I have to admit that I was surprised by the image quality on Instagram this time. We don't really know about how Instagram does in terms of processing our videos. It could be that by coincidence, I have found the sort of sweet spot there with my settings. If you export a file with way higher bitrate, it could be counterproductive. I don't know. As it could be that Instagram will see it as overkill for them, and that the process they will apply will send your video to a much lower quality after all. I am not an expert on this. I just realized that the quality was pretty good this time. So I am sharing it with you. So that's about it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. Do not hesitate if you have any question. As always, I will be pleased to answer you. So thank you for watching and see you next time.